There are people in this world who walk under a different light, a divine covering, that shields them from harm, and elevates them beyond human understanding. These are the chosen ones. Their life carries a supernatural signature, a mark of heaven that even enemies can sense. If you are one of them, you have probably already noticed that your story has never been ordinary. You face trials that could have destroyed others, yet you rise stronger each time. That is not coincidence. It is the hand of God proving that you are His most loved chosen, and no one can mess with you. Before we dive into these 9 supernatural signs, take a moment to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. This community is built for those who are spiritually awake, for the ones walking a divine path in a dark world. And if you feel that this message has reached you at the perfect moment, the exact time you needed it, type 1111 in the comment section below. That number is a divine code, and by writing it, you're declaring alignment with God's blessings over your life. 1. Divine protection follows you everywhere. You may not always realize it in the moment, but when you look back over your life, you begin to see a consistent pattern. Situations where you should have been harmed, destroyed, or taken out, yet somehow you walked away untouched. These are not coincidences, and they are not accidents. They are supernatural interventions orchestrated by God Himself. Think about the car accidents that missed you by mere inches, the sicknesses that struck others but could not claim your life, or the enemies who plotted schemes against you but failed miserably. Each time you came out unharmed, not because you are lucky, but because divine protection has been assigned to you. As one of God's most loved chosen, you walk with invisible guardians, angels, who shield you from dangers you see and from those you cannot see. There are moments where you should have lost everything, but the hand of God preserved you. Sometimes the protection is physical. Other times it is emotional or spiritual. Perhaps you avoided a toxic relationship that would have drained your spirit, or maybe you dodged an opportunity that looked good but would have led to destruction. This is not random. It is divine orchestration. The Bible says, He will command His angels concerning you, to guard you in all your ways. Psalm 9:1-11. When you are under God's covering, nothing and no one can take you out before your divine time. Even the weapons formed against you will malfunction. Even the traps set for you will collapse. You are untouchable, because heaven itself has marked you for preservation. 2. Your presence commands respect. You don't need to beg for attention, shout to be heard, or fight to be noticed. The truth is, when you walk into a room, something about you immediately shifts the atmosphere. Even if you remain silent, your presence alone carries a weight that others cannot ignore. This is because, as God's chosen, you are cloaked with an unseen authority. Your aura is not like everyone else's. There is something divine in the way you carry yourself, and even people who do not understand spirituality can sense it. Your spirit commands attention, not through arrogance, but through a quiet power that resonates from deep within you. Those with pure intentions feel comforted around you, drawn to your warmth, your wisdom, and your energy. But those who carry jealousy, insecurity, or evil intent often feel uneasy. They cannot stand your presence because your light exposes their hidden darkness. This is why some people who don't even know you may dislike you without cause. They are reacting to the spiritual authority you carry. Others, however, will respect and honor you deeply, sensing that you are not ordinary, but set apart. The respect you receive does not always come from your words, achievements, or titles. It comes from what rests upon your soul. God Himself has placed a crown of authority on your spirit, and whether people admit it or not, they feel it. Even animals, children, and strangers sense something different about you. Your presence is a sermon without words. It announces that you are a vessel of heaven walking on earth. 3. Enemies fall into their own traps. One of the clearest signs of God's favor upon your life is that those who scheme against you never succeed. Time and time again you have seen it happen. People plotting in the shadows, whispering lies, or setting traps to bring you down. Yet instead of their plans prospering, they end up falling into the very holes they dug for you. This is not by your power, but by divine justice. The Bible declares, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper." Isaiah 5:17, and your life is living proof of that promise. It is almost as if God Himself turns their schemes back onto them. The gossip they spread circles back and exposes them. The harm they tried to cause only strengthens you. The betrayal they thought would break you becomes the very thing that elevates you. While enemies spend sleepless nights plotting your downfall, you rest under divine covering, because heaven fights battles you don't even know exist. Sometimes, you won't even realize the magnitude of what God has protected you from until years later, when the truth is revealed. What others meant for evil, God transforms into good, and when you are God's most loved chosen, this pattern repeats over and over. You simply cannot be destroyed. The same traps meant for you become lessons for others. Each time someone rises against you, they fall, not because you retaliated, but because God Himself defends His beloved. Your enemies are not fighting you, they are fighting the one who chose you, and that is a battle they can never win. 4. You carry healing energy without trying. Chosen ones don't always need to lay hands on the sick or pray lengthy prayers to bring healing. Sometimes their presence alone is enough to shift the atmosphere. People around you often feel lighter, calmer, and more hopeful without being able to explain why. You carry something within you that soothes broken souls and revives weary spirits. It's not your doing, it's divine grace flowing through you. Your words, even in casual conversation, can carry medicine to someone's heart. Your silence, even when you say nothing, radiates peace that others desperately need. You are like a walking sanctuary, a safe place where burdens feel lighter and wounds begin to heal. This is why people are often drawn to confide in you, even strangers who feel compelled to share their struggles. They may not understand it, but their spirit recognizes the healer in you. Your energy rebalances those who are scattered. Your compassion makes others feel seen and valued. This gift is supernatural. It is not learned or manufactured. It is heaven's touch working through you. And while you may not always notice it, people leave your presence better than they came. Some may find strength to keep living, courage to face battles, or clarity to move forward, all because you were near. You are not just a receiver of healing, but a carrier of it. This is why God protects your peace so fiercely, because you are meant to pour healing into the world. You are the answer to prayers others didn't even know how to voice, a vessel of restoration clothed in flesh. 5. Unusual breakthroughs happen in your life. When you are chosen, your life does not follow the ordinary script of the world. What takes others decades of struggle seems to happen for you in unusual and unexpected ways. Opportunities appear at just the right time. Doors that were locked for everyone else suddenly swing open for you, and people of influence are placed in your path as divine helpers. Sometimes, you don't even know how it all came together. It's simply God's hand arranging things in your favor. While others may call it luck, you know it is grace. The truth is, your destiny is not governed by earthly limitations. Where resources should have failed, provision shows up. Where systems should have rejected you, acceptance comes. Even when you are unqualified by human standards, God qualifies you through His favor. You may have noticed that breakthroughs often happen for you at moments where everything seemed impossible. That's because God waits until the odds are against you, so that when the miracle comes, everyone knows it was His doing. These unusual breakthroughs are reminders that you are walking under divine covering. Your life is a testimony that no human system, no demonic agenda, and no earthly obstacle can stop what heaven has ordained for you even. In seasons where you feel delayed, God is orchestrating behind the scenes, setting up moments where everything aligns perfectly. For the chosen, favor is not occasional, it is a lifestyle. You are marked for open doors, and no one can shut what God has decreed to open for you. 6. You sense things before they happen. Chosen ones are gifted with an unusual spiritual awareness that cannot be explained by ordinary logic. You may notice that you feel things in your spirit long before they unfold in the natural world. Sometimes it comes as a sudden uneasiness when someone with bad intentions is near you. Other times it is a quiet knowing that something is about to happen, and later you see it unfold exactly as you sensed it. This is not paranoia, it is prophetic insight. God whispers to his beloved chosen in ways that bypass the human mind and speak directly to the spirit. Perhaps you've had dreams that revealed truths later confirmed in reality. Or you felt danger moments before it struck and were able to avoid it. This spiritual sensitivity is not a burden, it is a shield and a compass. It keeps you away from harm, warns you of hidden enemies, and guides you into divine opportunities. While others walk blindly into traps, you are given glimpses of what's ahead so you can prepare. Sometimes the awareness feels heavy, especially when you sense betrayal or darkness in someone you trusted. But understand that this gift is God's way of protecting his most loved chosen. It is better to see truth in advance than to be blindsided. When you live with this heightened discernment, people may accuse you of being overly suspicious or too intuitive, but time always proves you right. What they call instinct, you know, is divine revelation. God shares secrets with his chosen so they will not walk in ignorance. 7. Your life inspires strong reactions. One of the most puzzling things about being chosen is the way people react to you. You will notice that there is rarely a middle ground. People either love you deeply or resent you fiercely. Your life pulls out the extremes in others, because your very presence acts as a mirror. When people encounter your light, they are forced to confront what's inside themselves. For some, your presence awakens their goodness, inspiring them to rise higher, dream bigger, and walk in integrity. For others, your presence exposes their hidden darkness, making them uncomfortable, agitated, or even hostile. This is why you may have people who dislike you without reason, or why envy arises in relationships where you've done nothing wrong. It is not you they are resisting. It is the spiritual fire you carry that makes their inner demons restless. And yet, on the opposite end, you will find people who are magnetically drawn to you, who see you as a source of comfort, strength, and divine inspiration. They may not even understand why, but they feel alive in your presence. This polarity is one of the strongest signs of your chosenness. God did not call you to blend in, he set you apart, and that separation will always provoke strong reactions. Do not be discouraged when people resent you. Instead, understand that your light is doing its job. Salt irritates wounds, but it also preserves. Light exposes, but it also guides. Your life will continue to stir powerful emotions in others because you were never meant to leave anyone neutral. You were meant to awaken spirits. 8. You always rise again. Life does not exempt the chosen ones from trials, storms, or heartbreaks. In fact, you may often feel as though you face greater battles than most people. Yet the difference is in the outcome. No matter how hard life knocks you down, you rise again. You may fall, but you never stay down. You may be wounded, but you heal stronger. Each setback you experience becomes a setup for a greater comeback. This resilience is not your own doing, it is the supernatural strength of God wrapped around you. When others face difficulties, they may give up permanently, but when you face the same, something within you refuses to be destroyed. It is the hand of God lifting you up each time. Think back to the darkest seasons of your life. The times when you thought it was over, when everything seemed broken beyond repair. Yet somehow here you are, still standing, still fighting, still growing. That is no accident. It is proof that you are one of God's most loved chosen. Even in failure, you gain wisdom. Even in loss, you gain perspective. Even in pain, you discover hidden strength. Every trial refines you instead of ruining you. The enemy may try to bury you, but he forgets that you are a seed. Every burial leads to greater growth. This unstoppable resilience is a supernatural signature on your life. Others may marvel at how you keep rising, but you know it is not by your might or power but by the Spirit of God that sustains you. 9. Blessings multiply around you. Have you ever noticed how people's lives improve simply by being connected to you? This is not coincidence, it is the overflow of your divine covering. When you step into someone's life, things begin to shift in their favor. They may find new opportunities, experience peace where there was chaos, or receive breakthroughs they had been waiting for. Your presence brings multiplication because you are not just blessed, you are a channel of blessings. Chosen ones carry an atmosphere of abundance. God does not bless you for you alone. He blesses you so that others connected to you may also experience His goodness. Just as the house of Potiphar prospered because of Joseph, so too do people around you benefit from your divine favor. Friends may suddenly find unexpected solutions to their problems after spending time with you. Family members may experience peace because your prayers cover them. Even workplaces and communities can flourish simply because you are there, carrying God's light. Sometimes you may wonder why people cling to you, why they feel at ease around you, or why they call you during their darkest moments. It's because their spirit recognizes the multiplier you are. You are a vessel through which God pours blessings into the world, and though others may try to take advantage of this gift, understand that no one can drain you without God replenishing you. Wherever you go, blessings follow, not because of who you are in the natural, but because of who you are in the Spirit. You are more than a recipient of blessings, you are a fountain of them, overflowing into every life you touch. If you recognized yourself in these 9 signs, you are not just chosen, you are God's most loved chosen. Remember this: no one can mess with you, because heaven itself fights for you. Stand tall in your calling, and keep walking boldly under God's divine shield. This is the Chosen Seer channel. And once again, don't forget to subscribe for more divine revelations. If this word has reached you at the right time, type 1111 in the comments and claim your blessings today. Thank you for watching.